Hello everybody and welcome to Fort Hays State Intramurals and Recreation. This is the online captain's meeting for CN Volleyball, so welcome. Just a few short things before we get into the rules of CN Volleyball. We will be using the CN Volleyball pits at Sonic. We are guests there, so we just ask you to treat the facility with the respect that it deserves so we can continue to use this facility in the future. Along with that, there is a children's playground located next to the sand pit. So make sure that you're acting appropriately. We don't want to expose anybody to inappropriate behavior towards officials, other team members, other players, other teams. So just make sure that you're acting appropriately, okay? Keep that in mind throughout the season. Okay, so now let's jump into the rules. A roster may consist of no more than 10 players. 4 players must be present to start and finish the game. With co-rec, make sure that you have equal number of males and females playing in a set game. So if you have only 4 people that are able to make it, make sure 2 of them are males, 2 of them are females. A team shall consist of 6 players, 3 in the front court and 3 in the back court. Again, co-rec, you must have 3 males and 3 females. Rock, paper, scissors will determine the first set of service, and this will alternate on the second set. If a game should go to 3 sets, then rock, paper, scissors would determine who would get the service for that set. Forfeit time, any team not ready to play at the scheduled time will forfeit the first set. In 10 additional minutes, they shall forfeit the second match. So just make sure that you guys are arriving on time. If you're going to be missing a game, make sure that you call our office ahead of time, 628-4373, so we get that jotted down and we can notify the other team that it is a forfeit and they don't need to show up. Just be respectful of everybody's time. With co-rec rules, there are some differences. We already talked about having to have an equal number of males and females for each game. Serving order and positions must be alternating male and female. So you cannot have 2 males serve in a row. You cannot have 2 females serve in a row. Also with co-rec, you need to make sure that if you have 3 hits going back over the net, that it hits a male and a female before it goes over the net. If you just hit one time, it can hit either male or female. If it hits twice, then it must hit both genders, male and female, before it goes over, in no specific order. Same with 3 hits, it must hit 2 genders before it goes over the net. So it cannot go male, 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 or female, female, female. It can go in any order, just as long as one female hits it if another male hits it, and vice versa. So make sure that you guys are doing that, otherwise that will result in a fault and the other team will get the point. Some general rules for both co-rec and male and female leagues. The official scorekeeper will be the scorekeeper and timer. Their decision governing the score will be official. Okay. Back row players may spike the ball in the back row. There's really no set front and back row in sand volleyball, and there's really no way to monitor that, so the player is able to spike from the back row. The ball may not visibly come to rest on a player. The ball must be clearly hit. We are pretty lenient with sand volleyball, more than we are in indoor volleyball, but if you're scooping, lifting, pushing, or carrying the ball, that will be considered a lift, and that is illegal. So make sure you're hitting the ball crisply and cleanly. That's going to be your best bet not to have a fault called against you, so just keep that in mind. A player may not contact the ball twice in succession. However, any player participating in a block in which the ball is contacted simultaneously with the teammate shall have the right to make the next contact. Such contact will count as the first of 3 contacts allowed to the team. A team may not contact the ball more than 3 times in attempting to send it over the net. In case of a simultaneous block, 3 hits are allowed after the block itself. In co-rec play, when the ball is played more than once by a team, one of these contacts must be by a female or by a male if the female is the one who's hit it. first. Another female can't hit it over. So co-rec, just keep that in mind. If it takes 2 hits to go over the net, it must hit both genders. Same with 3 hits. It must hit at least 2 genders before it goes over the net. A player may not step on or touch the center line with their hand or their foot. They may not step or place their hand or foot completely over the center line. So make sure that you guys are being safe and not going over into the other team's court under the net. A ball may contact several parts of the body at the same time, but if it does not do so simultaneously, this constitutes as a fault or double hit. A rotation method of serving will be utilized with new players entering at the serving position. We don't care if you guys sub, we don't care when you sub, just make sure that when you are subbing, you're subbing into the point of service. Along with service, if the server throws the ball into the air but fails to make contact, or if it touches some other part of the server's body as it falls, this counts as a fault and will be the other team's serve, and they'll get the point. Service cannot be made with 2 hands, and service is a fault if it is not made following the rotation order. So co-rec we talked about already, male, female, make sure you're alternating your servers. It is illegal to attack or break the boundary of the net on service. So the receiving team, you cannot jump up and block the ball on a serve. Make sure that you're waiting off the net to make the first contact with the ball. Timeouts, each team will be allowed 1 30-second timeout per set. Scoring, a set will consist of 25 points. A team must win by 2 points. The first team to win 2 out of 3 sets will win the match. The third set will be played to 15. And again, on the third set, you will play rock, paper, scissors again to determine who will have the serve first. All sets will be played with rally scoring. The time limit per match is 45 minutes. No time limit during the championship match, though. At the end time, the team ahead on total points will be the winner. If time limit runs out in set 2 will be finished. If a third set is needed, it will be played to 5, not having to win by 2. Conduct. Teams are responsible for the behavior of their coaches and spectators at all times. Anyone who is ejected from the set for any reason will be suspended for the next 2 games. Swearing on the court results in a warning for the first offense, and any subsequent offenses will result in a point awarded to the opposing team each time. So again, just make sure you guys are conducting yourselves appropriately. You're having good sportsmanship towards the other team, okay? We look forward to seeing you guys this season, and good luck to all teams. If you guys have any questions or concerns about anything, please let us know. You can come into our office, Cunningham, room 111, or contact our office, 628-4373. Thanks, good luck.